Hey, everyone, and welcome back to a new and exciting year of the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Alexis Davis, and I can't wait to bring you new professional content from so many fresh faces in the sports industry. Now, first up, we have Dominic Hernandez. Now, he did a sit down with Grand Canyon's University head of club sports. How cool is that? And he got the chance to sit down with Dan Nichols. Now, the duo discussed the present and future of club sports and also kind of gives us a feel of the where are you now kind of aspect. Over to you, Dominic.
Have you enjoyed the most about working as a club's head of the club sports?
I've been able to build the opportunities for students to participate in intercollegiate activities, and a lot of them were grassroots. For example, something like esports that has grown tremendously over the years, but really also the highly competitive sports, introducing rugby and getting them in the top 12 teams in the nation and winning a couple of national championships with men's lacrosse. So getting to compete at the highest level and also really giving students opportunities to play some of the more unique sports.
Mm-hmm. So going off that, how many sports do you actually offer for a club?
We actually have about 40, nearly 40 sports, 44 sports programs, different teams, I should say. So, a lot of them may have a men and women's offering. So, yeah, give or take, depending on the year.
Okay. And how have you seen the club sports evolve from when you started to now?
It's just become a more viable situation for a lot of different universities and colleges across the nation. Blooming costs of NCAA sports, and some of them are eliminating the activities to help their budgets, and so club sports is becoming just really a hot ticket across the United States. If you think about 2008, there might have been 30, 40,000 students playing competitive club sports. Who knows what the number is now? It's scary to even think about. It's got to be maybe up to 1 million kids.
So what if some of the athletes told you about how much they've enjoyed being part of a club sports team?
Oh, they love it. We have various testimonials about from student athletes, but really it's the relationship with the coach and the seriousness of the program and the emphasis that we put on it, because I think students want to compete at a high level. We have an outstanding recreation program run by our rec staff, Matt Lamb and that crew, and we take that very seriously. So we have those sorts of offerings. But when it comes down to things like ice hockey, um, rugby, maybe even baseball, students can really compete at a high level in intercollegiate. So we can go and play the ASUs and U of A's, and who knows, for instance, like men's soccer isn't even an offering, say at ASU. So they're going to have an outstanding team. There's going to be some really good soccer players over there, right? So you have to really meet that with a competitive team. So fielding those highly competitive teams, finding outstanding athletes, recruiting outstanding athletes to those teams, really sad. There's a lot of satisfaction in that.
So going off for the recruiting, how do you go about recruiting, and how is it different compared to like um uh the NCAA sports, like compared to the club sports?
That's a good question, but it's not really a lot different because our coaches who want to have outstanding teams have to go out and recruit real athletes. I mean, there's not a lot of hockey players walking around on campus, so we have to go out and find those, right? And then, of course, there are a lot of students that may be generally interested in. But Jim Howell does an outstanding job with our website. I thought that was a big key around 2016. Paul Coral really got that going. Jim Howell took it over. So students can go right to the website, find the offerings. So we do a lot there. But we also are out at tournaments recruiting, much like NCAA teams. So we have a lot of experienced coaches with pipelines for athletes that we tap into to bring them in. And, a lot of times our scholarship offerings academically rival those athletic offerings that they may find elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. So, what have some of the athletes who've gone through club sports eventually gone on to do afterwards?
A lot of them are in some sort of sports management. A lot of them just love to play in their activities, and some of them have went on to, there's been a few that have played professionally. Like we've had a couple of lacrosse players that went on to play in it's sort of at the professional level. So many of them are really interested in just really participating at the collegiate level, but they're moving on to professional jobs. Out there, cross section, anything from teachers, accountants, students, you name it.
All right. And lastly, what do you hope to see the future of club sports be like for GCU?
We just want to continue to grow. We want to get better. We've won 6 national championships so far. We want to continue to grow our programs, make these offerings attractive to the students, bring in high caliber coaches to coach them up and just give them the best opportunities possible. But we feel like we're the gold standard for club sports. I think that's common knowledge that most people look at our program and think that it's one of the best out there. We're really proud of that. And we just want to make it an attractive situation so students that are thinking about Grand Canyon University may be attracted to play club sports and therefore consider it. I think 10% of the students polled look at club sports as one of the reasons why they picked Grand Canyon University in the first place. So we're really proud of that. And we just want to keep a high profile and just attract more and more interest. It's one of the reasons why this radio program is going to be a great part of our promotion for our club sports programs.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to me today about the club sports, and I can't wait to start talking more about it in the future of this semester.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's really a collective effort from the top down, from our president Brian Mueller, our executive team. Through we work with athletics, does a good job of helping us out, and our rec program does a good job of helping us out. And so it's really a collective force on our campus, and we just try to have a busy, vibrant campus with a lot of people out there playing, whether it's recreationally or at the highest level. So we're just really a part of the overall program, and just like I said, want to make it really attractive for students that are incoming and
Right.
retaining them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping them on campus, having a blast.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You bet.
Who knew club sports could be so interesting, Dominic? Now, stick around for a special delivery from our very own Caleb Wiley on what it means to be a ref and kind of the ins and outs of what's going on with refereeing and officiating here in 2023.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, you might be familiar with how the game is played or even what it's like to sit on your couch and cheer for your favorite team. But what about what it is to view it from an officiating point and even the ins and outs of some rules that they might be changing? Now, Caleb Wiley has a special inside scoop for us. For those that don't really understand how officiating works, I'm pretty sure after this sit down with Caleb, you'll feel even better.
Another night of basketball, another L2M report is announced by the NBA, revealing that calls were missed in the last 2 minutes of the Lakers versus Mavericks game this week, Thursday. The 2 plays that were reviewed were the Troy Brown three-point try at the end of regulation, a potential game winner, and was deemed not a foul. The other play that was reviewed was a LeBron two-point try at the end of the first overtime, another potential game winner, was deemed a foul and should have been rewarded 2 free throws, most likely just needing one to win the game. LeBron was heard saying that was an explicit foul while Troy Brown was being asked to share his feelings about the 3-point try at the end of regulation. When he was asked about the play personally in the presser, LeBron responded with a one-word response saying, obviously, doing his best not to get fined. LeBron was clearly unhappy with the Troy Brown non-call. So let's look at these plays and see if his frustration is justified. Let's start off with this Troy Brown 3-point try because I found this the most interesting of the two. Let's see what happened here. At first glance, that does look like a foul. It looks like he made contact to an airborne shooter. An airborne shooter gets a vertical plane that the defender is not able to cross. If he crosses that, it is an automatic foul. It does look like he crosses there, but obviously the replays may show different. So let's go through the replays real quick. Okay, this is a real good angle right here. Let's see what really happened. Okay, he's rising up, airborne shooter, vertical plane. Touches his hand, makes contact with the arm because the offensive player went down on his own ability with his own strength. I believe there is a section in the rulebook that does really explain what really happened in this play. Okay, Rule 4, Section 27, incidental contact. Incidental contact is contact with an opponent which is permitted and which does not constitute a foul. I believe Article 1 does really explain this well. The mere fact that contact occurs does not constitute a foul. When 10 players are moving rapidly in a limited area, some contact is certain to occur. So, he does make contact with the opponent. But the opponent, as you can see here, does go down with his hand. So that contact, what I would deem is incidental contact. Now, the hand. The high five rule according to the NBA rulebook. Legal play, defender high fives shooter empty hand after release, no foul. This is an example of incidental contact that occurs after a shot has been released, and this contact will not be deemed to be a defensive foul. So you can see on this play, the ball is released. He does hit his hand, but there is no ball there. It is after release. It is empty. And there is no foul, incidental contact. Great job by the officials on the floor not to call that. I know LeBron is complaining, but there is no foul there. He has no reason to be mad. Great job by the L2M to come out with that. Okay, let's take a look at this next play live again just to get the perspective of the ref in real time. So let's take a look at this play. This play was deemed a foul by the L2M report. See, it does not look like anything in live. It does not. I believe there are 2 articles in my rulebook that do really explain what happened here and why this was deemed a foul. Section 24, hands and arms, legal and illegal use. Article 6, it is not legal to extend the arms fully or partially in a position other than vertical, so that the freedom of the movement of an opponent is hindered when contact with the arm occurs. Now, let's look at the same section, same ruling, Rule 4, Section 24, hands and arms, legal and illegal use. Article 7, it is not legal to use the hand and or forearm to prevent an opponent from attacking the ball during a dribble or when throwing for goal. Now, again, he extends his arm partially, but he does use his forearm and or hand. Right there. This is a very, very, very clean look at what the refs missed. Now, whose call is this? Usually this, wow, look at the ref right there falling down. Maybe that's why they missed the call. But usually this is the trail. The trail is the one parallel to the ref that just fell right here. And usually he gets any drives from the top of the key down to the paint. but he did go to the other side. So this may be the Leeds, who was the one falling down, or the C, who was on the other side of the trail. But if it is the Leeds call, then he could not see the play because he fell. So that may be an explanation why they missed the call. But this right here is a clear foul. But this is a clear foul. Should have been rewarded 2 free throws and 2 chances to potentially win the game.
Thank you so much, Caleb, and an even bigger thank you for those that took time to spend some time with Varsity Sports Show. Now, that'll do it for this week. Don't forget to click that follow button on Twitter using the handle Varsity Show. Now, you can check us out every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. all the way to 10 a.m. every Saturday morning on KDUS 1060 Arizona. From myself, Vince Delicio, and the whole entire Varsity staff, we can't wait to see you next week. Thank you.